Welcome back, viewers. We've just left off talking about the different types of trading. And I'm going to go back to John again, ask the question about the different types of trading. First of all, John, I hear people saying in fundamental analysis and also the technical trader. What's the difference between the two?
The nicknames are fundamentalists and technoids. I mean, fundamentalists try to look at the fundamentals, like the trend of the news, the accounts of the companies, what's happening in the world, the real events in the world. It's quite difficult to do because I think the markets, well, it's very clear the market's driven by sentiment. I mean, you can see that the PE ratio, for example, goes from between 10 and 20 quite frequently, and it's yeah, the PE ratio, which is sentiment, has a bigger effect on prices and does all these various fundamentals. For that reason, I prefer the technicals, and almost it's almost just a visual. You know, you can see the market in certain directions, and trends tend to continue. Okay. So it's really a question of what suits you and where your expertise lies, I think. And there are successful traders on both sides of the fence.
Okay, so technical trading is watching the chart, looking at which way the trend is going or how volatile the market is.
Many indicators. You've got an unlimited number of indicators you can use, which are technical indicators. As there are many fundamental, you know, the news comes out. I mean, it's quite interesting. You get a news release, the market often leaps up in one direction, then often change direction, comes straight down again.
Yeah, it does.
And you know, the news hasn't changed, same news, but you get traders just pushing the market, so and trying to hit stops and such like. So it's the fundamentals are really about longer term, they're not about the short term. You know, the fundamentals have no real effect in the short term unless there's a news release of some description.
Okay, thank you. And now the question is, obviously, you've answered the question of day trading. What's the difference between Forex trading, spread trading, and binary trading?
Okay, well, Forex trading is trading the foreign currencies. We actually run two FX services. We have the Ultimate service, and we have ITR, which is launched recently with a friend of mine, Dave Booth. And you know, they both bring in nice profits. You get a signal every day. Well, it varies, but you get multiple emails in the week. Suggesting certain positions you may want to take out on currency pairs or the majors. And spread betting encompasses that, because you can spread bet Forex, but it also covers indices and gold, and I mean, you can spread bet anything. You can spread bet the next election, you can spread bet anything at all.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's the same kind of trading. You buy and you sell. So you buy, it goes up, and you make money. If it goes up, and then you sell.
Is there any differences in the risk, or?
No, not really.
It's similar.
It's pure. I mean, each instrument has its own risk parameters. I mean, some are capable of huge spikes. I mean, oil, I suppose, has collapsed recently, perhaps, or a single stock is capable of much bigger moves than indices generally. In a short space of time. Binary trading is quite interesting. I've written 3 books about binaries because I really love the concept of binaries.
Okay.
And that is quite different because the price can only go between 0 and 100. So you don't need stops with binaries. So you buy a binary at, say, 10 and only go to 0, then you don't need a stop because, you know, 0 is your stop in effect.
Right. So effectively you're betting the market is going one way or the other, and it just has to be a matter of micro pips.
IG have like 600 binaries. IG index have about 600 binaries, covering everything you can imagine on the market. So you have a binary, you have a range binary, and it's called a tunnel. I really like tunnel trades. If the market goes outside a tunnel, the tunnel goes to 0. So I like to sell tunnels in the 80s or 90s. And I mean, if you look at the Dow in the evening, sometimes you get some very volatile trades, especially in a bear market. I've written 3 books on the subject. It's difficult to condense that into a few minutes, but the binaries are well worth checking out. I would distinguish that from binary options. There are a lot of binary option brokers around the place. They seem to spring up all the time. Generally, the spread is too wide. They give you, they offer you a 50-50 bet, and then rather than, so you put 100 down, or say £100 down, you may only get £80 back. So they're taking 20% of the profit from your 50-50 bet. That's quite hard to live with, really, I think, as a trader. So I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible to live with, and I'm very open to people saying, look, ours is different, and we can make it work or something, because I like to explore stuff. But generally, I think binary options are probably, well, hard to make money with, shall I say.
Okay. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, now my last question again is, what would you say would be the layout if somebody wanted to go into the world of trading as a trading for a living? What would you say is the best way to start, what to do and how to do it?
Well, ideally, speaking to a trader would be a good start. Not always possible. You've got a friend who's a trader, that would be one way of starting, because they can give you good guidelines. Failing that, then a book is probably, I mean, a book for £20 or something, you get a lot of information in a book. It's not quite the same because it's not personalised, obviously. Failing that, a system, really. A system does give you a lot of basics, all built into the rules. I mean, a good system is preferable. Not always easy to tell which is which. There's a lot of free stuff on the internet, in fact. I mean, you could do a lot of research. Of course, there's so much on the internet.
There's so much. I mean, there's a lot of scams.
You don't really know whether what you're reading is good or bad necessarily. But
if I was to be in touch with your service, what would you say your layout would be the best? What to take?
I'm normally happy to have a chat with people, as long as it's not too lengthy. And I do a consultancy. I do charge £200 for a couple of hours. So I mean, that's something that can be very useful actually in that stage. It save you a lot of time. I mean, Richard Branson, when he was 15, was taking mentors on because he could see that he needs a mentor, and that's why I think that's probably why he's where he is today. And I didn't realise until recently that mentors were really quite useful things to have. It's a shame really. But the more information you can get from people who understand the situation, the better really.
Okay. And in terms of your services, I mean, could you offer our viewers something for the services that you have?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be very happy to, if they want to quote the name of the TV show, I'm happy to give them a 10% discount on the first payment.
Okay. There you go, viewers. If you are interested, you can be in touch with NTV, and we'll put you in touch with John for his services to find out some more. And I will actually put it on our website, which is www.businesstodayshow.co.uk. Okay, viewers. John, it's been a pleasure to have you here today, and I'll be honest with you, I'm very happy to meet you face to face today.
Well, thank you, Mike. It's been a great pleasure to me too.
Thanks for coming on to the show. Viewers, we have come to the end of the show, and unfortunately, we want to do it again and go more in depth into the subject, trading for a living. Remember, viewers, you can still email us with any further questions you may have, and I'll promise they will be answered. I'd like to thank you for viewing, and I hope next week we have another show coming on a successful entrepreneur, so please keep tuning in. Also, would like to tell you that please be in touch with us if you know of any successful entrepreneur who you feel that should come onto the show, and we are more than happy to hear from you, so please do be in touch. Our email is businesstodayshow@ntveurope.co.uk. Viewers, I have a special request from our program coordinator, Farso Ahmed Chowdhury, to remind you of the upcoming event, which is the next Business Friends of NTV Recognition Ceremony. NTV Recognition Ceremony to be held in the Greater Manchester. As most of you know, we have a very successful one last February in Birmingham. We will be hosting the next event at the prestigious Pavilion Hall in Manchester on the 2nd of October 2016. If you are a business individual and want to get involved, please be in touch or phone. You may email me at businesstoday@ntveurope.net, actually, ntveurope.net, businesstoday@ntveurope.net. Viewers, here's 3 quotes from 3 famous traders for you to remember. First one is from Warren Buffett, and he said, "The business schools reward difficult, complex behavior more than simple behavior, but simple behavior is more effective." And the other one is from Marty Schwartz, who said, "A great trader is like a great athlete. You have to have natural skills, but you have to train yourself how to use them." Alexander Elder said, "To be a good trader, you need to trade with your eyes open, recognize real trends and turns, and not waste time on energy on regrets and wishful thinking. So some important things to remember here. Well, viewers, that's it from me today. Please do remember to tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. to watch the Business Today show. And for now, tomorrow's business is Business Today.